Hi everyone, this is Preet. Hi everyone, this is Preetha Chakraborty, and after a long time, I have decided to create more Python and data modeling videos for you. So after a long time, today I'm creating one more video on Python. And basically, I got motivation from a few of your comments where people are asking me to create more videos, and thanks for your encouragement. So today I will talk about two very useful, easy to use Python libraries. Those are calendar library and holidays library. So, and I will actually code a complete use case. So let's get started. I'm sharing my screen. So basically here I have given the use case. So first we will take the year and the month from from user input. Okay. And then we will get the US holidays for that year and month. We will also get the state specific holidays for the year and month. I will show you with Indian holidays, but you can try with any of your country and state of your choice. Then we will create a custom holiday dictionary for the entire year, which is basically specific to your organization, or it might be specific to your personal calendar, your bank appointments, your lawyer appointments, your holidays, your doctor's appointments. You can do that. Or if you are building this for a organization, it can be the organization specific holidays. So we will create that holidays dictionary based on the year, because it might also happen that particular in that particular year only one holiday was there in your organization which is not there in the next year or in the previous year. Okay, so I will show the code. Then I will print the calendar. I will print the calendar with that month of the year with US holidays and your custom holidays highlighted. Okay. And then we will also print the list of holidays with the labels, whether it's a public holiday or a special holiday, and what is the holiday. So first we will print the month with the star uh, there. Okay, I just remove the terminal because then you will see when I will run the code with the star, and then I will explain the holiday. Okay, now coming to the code section. First of all, you have to install these two libraries. You have to actually import these two libraries, but this calendar library is a Python standard library, so it does not require any installation. You can directly import it. But the holidays library is a third party package, so you obviously have to install that particular library, and you can use pip install holidays in your terminal. Okay, and to give you a brief intro what these libraries does. So basically this calendar module is a Python standard library, and it provides calendar related operations such as leap year, weeks, dates, and other calendar related function. You can go through the documentation or help guide. You will get a lot of information with the calendar module. And holiday module is a third party package, so it gives you basically country specific holiday dates. You can check the its documentation and help guide to get more and more details. So I have used the basic functions over here. And just quick note, quick clarification, confirmation, whatever you can say. So basically I have not invented these libraries. I have not invented Python or any of the logic, right? So this use case came into my mind, and I created this particular tutorial. So you might get this kind of the similar kind of code and logic in many other tutorial in your Copilot, Gemini, ChatGPT, or in many of the GitHub repositories, which many other outstanding people are creating, right? So basically that is the confirmation. So I have not invented any on one of this. So it might be, it might look similar with any other code base. But here my intention is not to here my intention is basically explain this particular use case in my own way, in my own words. So if you are getting any similarity if with any code base, any tutorial, I mean you can I apologize for the same, but again this is not my proprietary thing. So uh, I don't have any copyright, or nobody has any copyright on this one. So now coming back to the discussion. So after this particular function, I will explain you later. First, this Python execution starts from the main method. So we will start from the main method, and I will explain you line by line. So basically, I'm not writing this code in front of you just for the sake of time, but I will explain each line of the code. So first, you will take the input from the user, and if you take input in Python, so from the console, it will be a string. So you have to make it an integer to work with this in the subsequent section of the code. And basically, it is always better to take the user input in a try catch block, because if the user is giving any non-standard input, then your exception can be handled. Okay. Now, once you got the a year and the month, then you define the US holidays like this. So basically, this is the module, and you can write US, then the year you have to mention. So if you are taking it for India, so you can write India here, and you can mention the state also. So Karnataka is basically for K is for Karnataka, maybe West Bengal it will be WB, Maharashtra it will be MH. You can check the documentation for the actual, code for this. Now, the next part, that is, every organization can have their own set of custom holidays or special holidays. So those you can define here. So basically, based on you got the year, and now which months you have this holiday, the dates you can mention it here. Okay. And it can be based on, it can be your personal calendar also. As I said, your doctor's appointment, vacation, birthdays, anniversaries, and everything you can make it here. So, but here I have given a organization specific custom holidays. So you can see these are very standard one. Okay. And basically one organization can have a set of holidays for a particular year, and it might not be same in the subsequent year, right? So basically that is the reason I'm creating this after getting the input. And if you have a set of, custom holidays for multiple years, you can also put it under another file. You can create a property file and fetch that property file here. Okay. Based on the year and the month, so that you can do. Now, this is the entire, this particular dictionary is the entire year's calendar, entire year's dictionary, right? But I will show here for only 1 month. So here I am basically in this particular statement, I am basically filtering that out, and I'm creating another dictionary, my holidays, where I will be taking only those custom holidays which are falling under that particular input month. Right. Then I will call this print calendar with holidays function with this, parameters, that is year, month, US holidays, my holidays. You can also mention India holidays if you want, or bank holidays, or anything if you want. So for the sake of, simplicity, I have only given these two. So basically, now if you go to this particular function, print calendar with holidays. So basically, here from the calendar module, we are calling months calendar function. And what it does is, the month calendar function returns a list of weeks where each week is itself a list of 7 integers. Okay. And each integer represents a day of the month, with days outside the current month represented by zeros. So what does that mean is, so suppose a month is starting on Wednesday. Okay. So that means Monday and Tuesday of that particular week was from the previous month, right? And from the from the Wednesday, the first of the month is starting, first, second, third, like that it will go. So that's what it is mentioning. The previous days, or the days of that week which is not falling under the current month, will be represented by zeros, right? And here, if you know Java, you can consider it it as a object of this calendar class, where basically we are setting this particular method with year and month. Okay. Now coming back to this particular code, we are printing the month name. We are also printing this Monday, Tuesday, those things, so that it gets printed in a nice way. Now, as I said, this cal dictionary is having weeks under this, right? Oh, sorry, cal is a list of weeks, so it is having weeks, right? So for every week, we are running a nested for loop here. So first week in this calendar list, okay, and then each day in the week, right? So if the day is 0, that means if the day is outside of this current input month, okay, then the week string we are creating as space. Okay. But if it is not 0, that means it is falling under, the day is falling under this current month, right? So we are first creating this particular format. This 0 to D formatting ensures that the both day and month are always print in 2 digits. So this is a formatting part so that the other things are coming in a nicer way. So I'm checking if the date is in holiday dictionary, that is the public holiday dictionary, then I'm appending one star with it, right? If it is under my holidays, the or the custom holidays dictionary, then we are also adding a star. And here, if you see my holidays, it is having the, it is basically a dictionary. Okay, it is having the date and the name of the holiday, right? So you, if you want to search in the key, so date you will find only in the keys. So that's the reason I'm searching in the keys and not on the items. Okay, if I want to search in the items, then I have to, give here two variables like that. And if it is not falling under holiday dictionary or custom holiday dictionary, then we will just print the day with this 2D padding. We will not we will not attach any of the start there, right? And like that, we are printing we are creating or developing the week string, and we are printing it here. So basically, if you call this particular function, then your calendar for that particular month along with the holiday star will get printed. Okay, now if you have seen a physical calendar, this calendar dates are start where basically there is a holiday falling, but after that there is a footnote. Okay, where basically each of those start dates will come and the reason for those holidays will be mentioned, right? So the same thing I have done here for the public holidays. I am mentioning the holidays and the date and the name of the holiday, and for the special holidays also, I'm mentioning the same, the date and the name. Uh, okay. And you can add any other holidays, any other type of holidays if you want. So let me run this program. So maybe I will start with the 2025. This is the current month. And I can write maybe 12 December 2025. So if you see these many holidays, I mean, like this calendar printed, and these many holidays are highlighted. But don't be very happy. These many holidays are not there in the coming December. It is basically an exhaustive list. So US holiday is only this one. 25th, and the other holidays are like your organization specific holidays. uh, but I'm pretty sure nobody is going to give this much holidays to you, organization specific holidays. But jokes apart, here it is also printed like public holidays are this one. This is coming from the holidays module, wherever US holidays mentioned there, it is coming like that. And only those public holidays are part of that particular module. But in your special holidays, the Christmas Eve, the Boxing Day, which is after the Christmas Eve came, then some Jayanti came, then New Year's Eve came. So whatever is in your special calendar will come here. So if you like this tutorial, then please like it, share it, and comment. If you want any improvement, like I need to make any improvement, then please give me the constructive feedback. I will work on the same. And if you want this particular code, then also write then also comment me with your email ID. I will share with you. So all the best with your Python journey. Thank you. Bye. Good night.